Hello. Go through my meal one prep, which is technically my breakfast, my first meal of the day. It's one of my favorite meals because I can take the time to make it, and it's kind of I just finished my cardio, I've gotten back to my apartment, got everything out, and it's just kind of not really meditative, but it's a very serene time where I can just kind of take my time, not talk to anybody, just be to myself. And so that's very nice just to kind of relax and unwind for a little bit. It's about a cup of greens, and I just do about a handful. I don't measure it out right now because really the amount of calories coming from this is insignificant. I don't pile it on. This bag will last me probably a week and a half, and it's 2.5 pound and a half. It'll probably last me about a week and a half. So what I do is I have 2 cups of egg whites, which is one of these containers, 2 whole eggs, and greens. And so for my greens, I use these greens. I use what we have here is diced cabbage, and then I have 2 mushrooms. I just use two mushrooms, nothing real big. And what I do is I turn on my pans and I do my egg whites in here. What I'll do is I'll put my greens in here, let them saute a little bit, pour the egg whites in. It makes kind of like a crepe omelet. I just cover it with aluminum foil and I just let it cook over, so it's kind of a sheet of egg. And then I'll make probably 3 of those with my 2 cups of egg whites, 3 and just a little bit more. One of them will have greens, one of them will have the diced cabbage, peppers, and onions, and the third one will have just and so it'll just be plain egg whites, and I spice them all. And some of the spices that I use is kind of Indian spice. I have curry powder, I have masala garam, which is an Indian thing. This is just an old garlic powder that I'm just using up. And then I have cumin. And so these are 4 of my spices that I use they're very strong. A lot of my other spices that I use are in here. I have ground black pepper, garlic, some more garlic powder, cumin, lemon pepper seasoning. I got some dill weed. I love dill weed. I got some fajita seasoning, smoked paprika. This is my pink Himalayan sea salt. This one's about empty, and so I got another one. This guy will last me about a week because I use a lot of salt. And then I also have down here my garlic sea salt. This will last me about 2 weeks because it's a little larger. And I've started to use a lot more of my Himalayan sea salt as an alternative. So those are my main spices. But what I also have in here is some Mrs. Dash. I don't use it a whole lot. I have coconut oil. I'm not using any of that right now. It's not in my diet plan. I have balsamic vinegar here. Nice container. I don't use it a whole lot. One of my favorite things to just drink throughout the day is apple cider vinegar. It's just great for your body. But I'll make my little crepe omelet things. I call them egg sheets. And I'll reduce and just saute one of the mushrooms, and I'll throw in a whole egg. These are omega-6 egg or omega-3 eggs, excuse me. And they have 660 milligrams of omega-3s in them. And I'll do 2 of those. And so I'll do a mushroom and 1 egg. Let it cook up, and I put it on pretty low heat and I just cover it up so it kind of just boils over, so it's soft boiled or soft sauteed or whatever, it's over easy, I guess you'd call it. And then I do another one of those. And so those are all my 2 cups of egg whites, my 2 eggs. Those are my proteins for the meal and my fats. One of my favorite things here is kimchi. I love kimchi. I've only had this about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and as you can see, it's a huge container that I love to use. I use just a little bit with almost every meal. I don't use like a cup here and a cup there, but I just do I just stick my fork in there and just pull like a couple pieces out. And then here I have the components for my tea. I have 2 packets of green tea. These are just from Costco. I have turmeric root. You can see I can bit off of that. And I just cut off a small sliver, put it in the tea. I have ginger root. I have lemon. I just cut up some lemon. And this is liquid stevia. I just do like a quick squirt in. And that's my breakfast. And to load my cinnamon here, I'll probably put